One thing I learned about being on ADT therapy, androgen deprivation therapy, it's like fighting the bulge on that stuff feels a lot like you fighting the Borg from Star Trek. And if you don't know the Borg are these aliens who absorb everybody into their collective. It doesn't matter who you are, doesn't matter what race, don't matter. They just roll over you and say, resistance is futile. And it is. They don't even fight fair. They just run over your ass like Reggie White back in the day would make one swing and throw a 300-pound man on his neck and say, God bless you. Broken neck on the way out, right? That's how irresistible they were. And that's what ADT feels like when it's in your body because it takes all your testosterone down to zero. Think about that. No testosterone for a man at all. They don't just take your sex drive. It takes your enthusiasm. It takes your muscle. It takes your edge. It makes you a man. Next thing you know, your body gets softer than wet tissue paper. And fellas, I'm just warning you now. If you don't fight this thing, you will develop, in this order, hips, booty, like bootylicious booty, and titties. So yeah, resistance might be futile, but if you don't resist, you're going to become fertile. All right? And that's not what we call the goal. You know what I'm saying? And nobody tells you about the pain, not injury pain, not I hurt myself pain. We're talking about existing just hurts. A 15-minute drive from my house to work, I get out of the car feeling like an old blues singer. Boy, you know what I've been through. I'm stiff like crazy. Like I've been drinking rot gut my whole life with a pack of Pall Malls in my shirt pocket, all in my lungs. I'm the whole time. Walking like I just finished a 12-hour shift in a coal mine. And I go sit at my desk, and that shit hurts on a new level. And it's necessary. Because you got to get rid of the testosterone to kill the cancer. And that's what I was told. Fast forward. I run into a coworker of mine, sales guy. And he goes, yeah, man, I had prostate cancer too. I was like, oh, okay, yeah. Well, what'd they do to you? He goes, well, my doctor was like, he tried to put me on EDT therapy, but I ain't like it. So, he was like, I didn't have to do it. I was like, whoa, hold up. Try to. What do you mean try? Like, did you really have prostate cancer? He was like, oh, yeah. My PSA was a 58. I said, 58? I said, man, you should have been dead. I peaked at 10 and they panicked. Radiation, get him out. Mine was good, but now mind you, mine was going up a point every 2 weeks. So I'd have hit 58 easy if I hadn't caught it early. Lucky me, Mr. Overachiever. Heart attacks, COVID, cancer, black man trying to drive down the street without getting shot by cops. You know what I'm saying. Then prostate cancer. Like I'm trying to make the all-star team like a damn idiot. Now, context matters. If you hadn't noticed, I'm a black man. He was a white dude, country. Got him a little money, And then he says, yeah, I took the ADT and I didn't feel myself. And I said, yeah, motherfucker, that's the point. Then he says, well, my doctor told me if you don't want to take it, you don't have to. My brain froze. Because now I got questions. Either I got racially profiled for a medical experiment, which would piss me the off, thank you, John Hopkins, or his doctor's an idiot and this dude is going to get cancer again because he's still drinking, bellied up on the bar, kicking it like ain't shit ever happened or changed. Still looking like he about to deliver twins out of the navel of his belly. Meanwhile, I'm working to get in shape, beat myself up in the gym. I am muscular, I like that part, but I'm still fighting to get my testosterone back. He looked like he never lost his. Y'all, he never went through that. Something ain't right. Then I had to check myself. Because I can't sit here like a jealous debutante going, I don't like that bitch because she's prettier than me. Because comparing testosterone, that's kind of what it is. That's just man talk for envy. And that's what I was doing in my head. Real talk. Just keeping it real. Because I ain't want to lose my testosterone. Hell, I ain't but 5'5", 5'4", depending on Wawa, a Royal Farm I walked through. So what I had going for me was in that testosterone. You know what I'm saying? That made me next level from my limited point of view right then, right? And that shit was tough. It was rough. My muscles atrophied. My body mass disappeared. Everything went soft. And I mean, everything went soft. Emotionally, man, I went through a literal menopause. I had night sweats, mood swings. Hell, I'm still recovering from mood swings. Like right now, in all honesty, real talk, I love y'all, man. I love the community that we built. I love you, and I'm here for you. And I can't stand on part of this community because I don't want to be a part of this community because it pisses me off. I ain't do nothing to deserve this. You see how fast I went from 0 to whatever? Now, that's better. That's 0 to 60. I used to be 0 to 100. Growth. And then my granddaddy Liebert's wisdom popped in my head along with my aunt Grandma Pauline's words. And they said both to me in different ways. Some people get to the house or destination, if I'm going to be theoretical and spiritual about it, but some people get to the house on a straight road, some on a rocky road, some on an uphill road, but some folks down the road. So if you got there later or harder, your best bet is to be glad you ain't roadkill. And that's when it clicked. My journey ain't supposed to look like his. His disease had similar paths, but everybody's GPS reroutes different ways and depends on where you are or where you were when you started and the shape that you're in at the beginning of it and how long you stayed stubborn and ignorant before you got checked with a simple PSA blood test to avoid the finger. Public service announcement, but it's called a prostate-specific antigen test, not a public service announcement test, by the way. And what the treatment did and how you take care of yourself after, because the treatment can hurt you and kill you too if you don't recover properly. That takes a whole nother level of manhood. And the psychological part, trying to stay positive every damn day, that's a fight too. But if you're here right now on this time side of life, you're not roadkill. And the only thing worse than being roadkill is volunteering to be roadkill on purpose. So yeah, you fight every day, even when somebody else's day looks easier. What's for you is for you. What's for them is for them. And today still counts because you're here to at least count.